Hello, I'm Debbie Peveril, and you're listening and watching the weekly tip from basicboardgovernance.ca. My topic this week is, does your nonprofit have too much money? Many of you might think, wow, wouldn't that be a great problem to have? But one of the issues around being a nonprofit is, of course, you must be able to prove you are a nonprofit. So if you're making a lot of money, should you be paying tax on that? And if you listened to the tip earlier, you might know that if you don't file a T2, there's a late filing penalty. Well, what if you don't file your corporate tax return, the T2, and CRA eventually decides you are not a nonprofit, which means you are taxable. You're taxable, you haven't filed the return, you owe the money, and now you get a late filing penalty on top of the penalty for just not filing the return. So the question is, are you making too much money? Guidelines, number of guidelines, do you have more than 1 year's operating expenses set aside in a fund? That's one of the benchmarks. If you do, then clearly you are collecting this money for a reason. Figure out what that reason is. What future development do you have planned? Are you going to open a new location? What are you going to do with this money you are gathering up? And CRAs may be not the only people who care. It's possible the stakeholders may care too, because if the organization's gathering up a pile of money and it doesn't look like they're using it for anything, well, maybe the fees should be going down, or maybe they should be doing something else with this money. So think about it. Does the nonprofit that you're involved with have too much money? And if so, what are they going to do with it? Think about it, and I'll talk to you next week.